Welcome to Exploring Indian Mysticism, where we unravel profound truths with clarity and depth. Today, we explore a fundamental question, and that is, what is knowledge? Before understanding knowledge, let's examine how it arises. Notice this: every experience we have is mediated through our senses. We see with our eyes, hear with our ears, smell with our nose, taste with our tongue, and feel with our skin. These sensory experiences, when stored in our memory, form what we commonly refer to as knowledge. But knowledge is far more than just a collection of sensory experiences. True knowledge arises when we connect these experiences and discern relationships between them. For instance, one object may be small while another may be larger. One may be beautiful and another plain. Some objects are red and others are black. A specific item may hold a sentimental value because someone special gifted it to us. When we think of the person, a cascade of memories surfaces. Perhaps they are a friend, a family member, or someone with a distinct personality. This process of linking various experiences and understanding their interrelationship is called Jnana or knowledge activity, and it is not a one-time event. It happens continuously, shaping how we interact with the world. Why does this process of connecting experiences occur? Well, the answer lies in survival. This mechanism is crucial for life. It helps us determine what to eat, where to live, our name, and how to avoid danger. All living beings, humans, animals, and birds, rely on this basic knowledge for survival. Yet, for humans, this process evolves into something far more integrate. We don't just understand survival. We dive into relationships, emotions, desires, languages, arts, sciences, philosophies, and spirituality. This expanded capacity is the hallmark of human intelligence. Knowledge manifests in various forms, often through different relationships we establish with the world around us. Let's explore some of these. The first one is name-form relationship. The moment we encounter something, we instinctively name it. For example, upon seeing a fragrant red flower, we call it a rose. The sight of the rose or its scent immediately triggers its memory. This is the name-form relationship. Now the second one is doer-deed relationship or actor-action relationship. Sometimes an experience links us to the person behind it. For instance, hearing a melodious flute reminds you of your friend who is playing it. Hear the melody, which is an action, and your friend, its doer, form a relationship together. Anyway, now comes the third one, which is cause and effect relationship. This is the cornerstone of logic. Suppose you see smoke rising in the distance. Instantly you deduce the presence of fire. The smoke is the effect and the fire is the cause. The fourth one is subject-object relationship. We often associate ownership with objects, like this car is hers or this house is mine. Such associations define subject-object relationships. Now the fifth one is categorization. Our mind instinctively classify objects, like is it a cat or a bird? Is it gold or iron? This ability to categorize allows us to make sense of the world efficiently. The sixth one is essence. When faced with detailed descriptions, we extract the essence. If someone says it's a large cat, lives in the jungle, hunts, and roars, you instantly understand that they are talking about a tiger. The seventh one is conceptualization. Certain ideas exist but only in the mind. Take government for example. It has no physical form. It's merely an idea represented by different sorts of people, buildings, and institutions. This is a conceptual knowledge, grasping abstract ideas. And finally, the last one, which is discernment. The most crucial aspect of knowledge is discernment. which is the ability to distinguish between right and wrong, beneficial and harmful. It's not just about understanding facts, but also about making wise decisions in life. Each of these relationships weaves together to form a rich tapestry of knowledge. They deepen our understanding of life and the world around us. The interplay of these relationships shapes our thoughts, insights, and perspectives, helping us navigate the complexities of existence. Knowledge is not just about collection of experiences, it's the web of connections between them. Without this ability to connect experiences, there would be no real understanding, just fragmented memories. Take a newborn for example. The child hears sound, sees faces, and feels warmth. But these experiences are isolated. The baby doesn't yet connect the sound of a voice with the face of its mother. They are just raw experiences, not knowledge for him. Now, let's apply this to our lives. Imagine an illiterate person trying to read a book. They see letters and pictures, but they fail to grasp meaning. Why? Because their mind cannot connect the symbols to any pre-existing knowledge. Similarly, if you are handed a book written in Chinese and you don't know Chinese, the characters would be nothing more than different lines and shapes to you. There is no connection to meaning. Think of knowledge as a jigsaw puzzle. Each piece represents an experience. Only when you connect the pieces can you see the complete picture. Let's break this down even more further with a relatable example. Picture yourself walking into a high-tech laboratory. You see sophisticated machines and instruments, but they mean nothing to you unless you are trained in their use. To a scientist, however, the same lab is full of meaningful tools, each connected to their understanding of physics, chemistry, or biology. Knowledge is the ability to connect experiences meaningfully, and it is this connection that empowers us to make decisions. Knowledge builds upon itself like a staircase. For instance, the math which you learn today, fractions, algebra, calculus, rests on the basic counting and arithmetic you learned as a child. Language works the same way. The ability to read a book depends on your understanding of alphabets, grammar, and vocabulary. Think of a tree. The roots are your foundational knowledge, like alphabets or numbers. The branches and leaves are the complex ideas that grow over time, but they all rely on those roots. Here is a profound truth, and that is real knowledge never changes. A mango seed will always grow into a mango tree. The sun will always rise in the east. Similarly, this constancy is the hallmark of true knowledge. If something is subject to change, then it isn't true knowledge. It's an assumption, a hypothesis, or even ignorance. Now here comes a very important question, and that is, how do we gain knowledge? We have got three options. The first one is experimentation. Through direct experimentation, we uncover truths. For example, scientists test medicines to find cure for diseases. This systematic approach allows us to convert assumptions into knowledge. The second one is hypothesis. When direct experiences isn't possible, we rely on hypotheses. For instance, electricity's flow is a concept we understand indirectly through its effect. And finally comes theories. A hypothesis becomes a theory when supported by experiments, like the theory of evolution or gravity. Theories are valid until proven otherwise. Knowledge is like climbing a mountain. Each hypothesis is a step forward. Each experiment is a foothold, and theories guide us to the peak where the truth awaits. Science is the pursuit of understanding existence, while technology applies that understanding to solve the real-world problems. For instance, physics explains the principles of energy, and technology uses that understanding to build power plants. This dynamic interplay between science and technology is that which transforms lives. Knowledge is not just about external facts, it is also about discovering the ultimate reality, the unchanging truth within. The knowledge that arises from understanding your true self is the pinnacle of all knowledge. It connects the finite with the infinite, the known with the unknown. In today's discussion, we uncovered the essence of knowledge, what knowledge truly is, how it is more than just isolated experiences, how it builds upon itself, and how it ultimately leads us to the highest truth. And as we continue this journey into the philosophy of Advaita Vedanta, remember, every experience is a thread, and knowledge is the tapestry that weaves them together into the grand design of existence. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. Stay tuned for the next part of the series of the Path of Knowledge, where we dive even deeper into the mysteries of existence and non-duality. Many thanks for listening.